Hello guys, I am about to listen to Jordan Knight's debut album, which is self-titled, for the first time ever, and oh boy am I excited. Now, the one thing I know about this album, besides the few tracks that I've already heard, which I will of course let you know about, give it to you, the first track is one of them, is that Robin Thicke is heavily involved in this project as well. And that excites me because I know Robin's very talented, love his falsetto, love Jordan's falsetto. You know, Robin may not be good at monogamy, but he's great at music. That was dark. I'm so sorry. By the way, guys, if you'd like to see this video uncut, you can do so on my Patreon. The link is in the description. On that note, let's get into this album. First track, Give It To You.
You say it's been too long, that's right, since you had some. You want this, baby, you know I can give it to you. No, I can't deny, I do it right. No doubt, I turn you out, I give it to you.
I'll turn you out.
Giving you everything
Jordan.
of mine.
Yeah, I definitely did not catch that lyric when I reacted to the music video. Ooh. All right. Also, if this chorus doesn't make you want to run on the treadmill, I'm concerned.
Everything of mine. You need one, baby, no, I can give it to you.
Okay, now that I'm listening to the background vocals, I'm pretty darn convinced Robin is absolutely on some of these background vocals. I swear I'm hearing both his and Jordan's voices in the background. I would imagine that's going to continue throughout this album, and I'm excited for that.
What you need, oh no, no, no,
Loved that extended outro, and I mean, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis production. Come on, you can never go wrong. And again, I love that as an opening track because it's straight to the point. Jordan is throwing us straight into his carnival, and I, for one, cannot wait to ride his carousel.
You going to hell! You so nasty!
Don't look at me like that. I didn't mean it like that, guys. Calm down. Still love it just as much as the first time I heard it. And next up, A Different Party. Oh,
wasting my time working on you. I'll do my best to show you that I'm the one to hold you. Can all go to a different party, dancing in the streets with some girls from Maui. We can
okay, again, I feel like I'm hearing Robin Thicke in the background.
Jimmy Jam.
Okay, I'm already feeling like this album is going to be super sonically cohesive, and that makes me so happy. Extending this chorus, such a good choice. Well, 2 tracks in, and boy am I a little shook already. I truly had no predictions as to where this album would go sonically, based on the few songs I've already heard from it, because they were all slightly different, but it seems like we're getting an unapologetically pop album, and I love that because that's something Jordan does well, but of course the R&B influences are already there, and very present. So far, I am really enjoying the way he's blending those two genres. I loved how funky A Different Party was, but I felt like it also had just a hint of a surfer rock feel in there, which I did not see coming whatsoever. But it worked. They made it work. And next up, Change My Ways.
I've seen the crystal ball and I've got a lot to mend.
Ooh.
I drank 1,000 nights, I had 1,000,000 friends. Yeah, I'll make your dreams come true. Ooh, and you know I would change my ways if I could be with you, be with you. Sometimes it takes a light to see the room you're in.
Yes. Drums switch up. There's the falsetto. And that track, a prime example of why I will always be a Jordan guy. I mean, he did what he had to do on that track, and that's all there is to it. Also, Jordan, if you genuinely want to make my dreams come true, as you stated in the song, you could do so by having performed that song live at least once. And I love that he already slowed things down and got a bit more vulnerable on track 3, because it's a 10-track album and he's already bombed us with over-the-top pop perfection on tracks 1 and 2. So, yeah. All right, next up, I Can Never Take the Place of Your Man, his Prince cover, which I have reacted to.
Only last June when her old man ran away, she couldn't stop crying 'cause she knew he was gone to stay. I know what's on your mind, baby. I may be qualified for a one-night stand, but I can never take the place of your man. She asked me if we could be friends, and I said, oh honey, baby, that's a dead end. You know and I know that we wouldn't be satisfied. Yeah, yeah.
So I'm really glad I finally got a chance to hear the studio version in high quality, because when I reacted to the music video, it was a re-uploaded version on YouTube because for some reason the music video for it isn't available on Jordan's official channel. That needs to change, by the way. I need someone on Jordan's team to upload everything he's ever done as a solo artist to his YouTube channel. I need that to happen yesterday. Same for Joey. As a blockhead, I just want to see and hear my boys in high quality at all times. I'm sure you guys can relate. The production on that song was super solid. I believe I mentioned that in my original reaction. I was especially taken with the harmonies this time around because, again, listening to it in high quality allowed me to fully appreciate them. And next up, finally finding out. By the way, this Spotify banner in the background. Whew, what a lovely view. Okay, I am loving where this album is going sonically.
Finally finding out what love is all about, and there will be no doubt. I'm finally finding out, and my baby's so good to me. I
Oh, this is smooth.
Something you gotta hold on tight. Dream that we will never part. We can make it if we try.
I thought it was about to go into a key change for a second.
What love is all about. There will be no doubt. Be no doubt. Finally finding out of the blue. I can turn around on me.
Finally Finding Out was a song that I was immediately enjoying, but got progressively better. I was pretty darn in love by the last chorus, which, by the way, has to be my favorite part of the song. I don't understand how that song wasn't all over the radio. That song has radio hit written all over it. I mean, the chorus is so catchy. I'm assuming a lot of these songs not being huge hits like they should have been have to do with the record label side of things. But oh well, my point is the potential was there. All right, next up, Broken by You. I'm starting to realize that we've just been diving deeper and deeper
Lonely night.
into the R&B sound.
I feel my heart breaking into.
Pretty clever.
If I never fall in love again.
I like that big reverb on his vocal.
If I never feel again this way. If I never see another day. Remember me, remember this. 'Cause one thing that will never change.
I'm waiting to see if a bass line's going to come in.
My heart. Explain, where did I go wrong?
You better sing.
Just one reason why my heart just might let go. Maybe one day I will fall in love again. But for now, I'll just leave my heart into. Just one reason why my heart just might let go. Maybe one day I will fall in love again. Maybe one day I will fall in love again.
Okay, Broken by You hit me with a few surprises at the end. Overall, I thought the song was decent, but it didn't grab me as much as some of the previous tracks. I really started getting into it when the bass line came in on the second verse, and I'm so glad it stayed for the rest of the song because it was just begging for it. My main critique is that I felt the production was a bit sparse in some parts, so on the initial listen, I feel the instrumentation needed a little something more. All right, next up, Don't Run. This is feeling very 80s to me. Okay, now it's feeling 90s.
Now that it's dry, I need you, feel me inside.
You know, I was about to say, Jordan, I will gladly fill you up inside, and I meant that in an innocent way, but
What?
I just feel like that could be taken extremely out of context. I should really shut up. I'm just digging myself a deeper grave. Okay. Love these octave harmonies, by the way. This is like 90s R&B with pop and rock influences. Okay, the first thing I'm going to say about that track is a little out of left field, but bear with me. Listening to that song, I couldn't help but be reminded of Mariah Carey's The Roof sonically. And I mean that as a compliment. If you guys haven't heard Mariah's The Roof, please do give it a listen. It's a 90s R&B masterpiece, and that's the same way I feel about Don't Run. Yeah, I don't see how that won't be a top 3 track for me. We're almost at the end of the album anyways. That was an insanely powerful and emotional vocal performance from Jordan, and just as I suspected, I've been able to hear Robin Thicke's influence all over the background vocals of these tracks. Alright, next up, Separate Ways. That's pretty.
I'll still be the first one in your dreams, and I'll be with you when we go our separate ways. Not expecting they be taken home. You know that I will
I am so glad that beat dropped, because I felt the song starting to elevate.
You will always be the answer to questions I don't know. I'll be with you. When we go our separate ways. It must have been fate that we found it too late. A special relationship died and I hate that night. It was
Oh, I love
the ones that we can't have.
I love how just a second ago he let the background vocals finish the line for him. That was really well done. That was nice.
When times just get too tough and we both had enough, maybe we'll find out that we're still in love.
Separate Ways really grew on me. And I didn't see that coming. I thought I wasn't going to be a fan of it based on the first verse and chorus, but once the beat dropped, everything settled into place, and once again, he nailed it, in my opinion. I think what really made that track stand out, besides the gorgeous melodies, was the juxtaposition of his more reserved vocals with the more intense production, especially those loud drums. The drums on that track were outstanding. Although I would have really loved to hear him belt out the final chorus, like an octave higher. I know Jordan has the range to get up there. That would have sounded incredible, but loved the song nonetheless. All right, next up, Close My Eyes. Very dreamy sounding.
So I close my eyes, and I dream about you. I close my eyes, I can almost feel in my arms again. Oh. Dream about you in my arms, oh baby, I can almost feel you in my arms again.
I had a similar experience with Close My Eyes as I did Separate Ways. I thought I wasn't going to be a fan of it on my initial listen, but by the midpoint of the song, I started vibing. Even after I started to vibe with it, I didn't expect to get goosebumps by the end. Now, if I had anything to do with the song, I would have made a few minor production changes. There were just a few things sonically that I wasn't a fan of, but it obviously didn't stop the song from having an impact on me, so mission accomplished. It was just a very pretty song. I loved the delicate vocals. He's done delicate vocals before, but not that delicate. That was a departure from everything I've heard from him previously. And also the whimsicality of certain parts of that song brought me back to the first 2 tracks. A nice way to tie everything in. And now we're on the last track, When You're Lonely. Okay, we are straight in R&B land now.
Baby, when you're lonely, I'll be there to dry your tears.
Okay, yep, I'm already in love with this one.
Baby, when you're lonely, don't you worry, I'm right here. Something that I know you've been missing. Let me be the one you need. Baby, when you're lonely, I'll be there to
I felt the key change coming, and I'm so glad it came.
your tears, baby. Baby, when you are lonely, you'll never be lonely, girl. Don't you worry.
Well, okay. That was the perfect album closer, and I am so glad he nailed it with the closer because he opened it with Give It To You, which is, again, such a strong album opener, and it's an upbeat pop statement. So it was cool that he ended the album with a slower tempo R&B statement. 2 very different tracks, but I found them to be equally strong. So overall, I am beyond impressed with this as a debut album. I'm also very relieved because he gave me much more than I expected with those 10 tracks. If you guys don't know how I feel about Jordan by now, well, you need to catch up. I think he's super talented in both the realms of pop and R&B, and obviously the looks and the charisma, so it just warms my heart that he didn't phone it in with the debut album. This album is over 20 years old, and I didn't feel the age at all. All of these tracks sounded pretty darn fresh to me, but that's the benefit of working with some extremely talented producers and songwriters. Which, speaking of, I was also very glad to see Jordan having songwriting credits on many of these tracks. And as for my favorites, well, I have Give It To You, A Different Party, Change My Ways, I Can Never Take the Place of Your Man, Finally Finding Out, Don't Run, Separate Ways, Close My Eyes, and When You're Lonely. And if I had to pick a top 3, right now, I'd say Change My Ways, Don't Run, and Separate Ways. Please do let me know your overall thoughts on this album and your top 3. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!